Yeah, I gotta say that last game I actually really enjoyed that. That was such a nice counterpoint to everything that I've been saying and seeing. So I love seeing something like that. Now I think long term it's going to be very hard to balance something like that working out, but maybe on a bigger scale there can be more strategies that are kind of interesting based on stuff like that. So not entirely sure, but that was a cool one. I'm really glad that Aureil decided to play like that. So that's kind of nice. Yeah. Same old dog harass. Harassed by standing next to the Luminite. Well. Imagine how embarrassing it would be to lose that dog. So, obviously, expansion's going up on both sides really quickly. Wonder if it's going to be vectors here again, or he's going to try to play something else, like Kree, you know, those... The Kree kind of rolling around to trap the units, and the Argent's kind of helping to deal some additional DPS in there. That was kind of like a cool play from Aureil before. He had already taken, like, a lot of damage, but... Yeah, the Hornets were, like, a really big problem that particular game. What is the flying anti-air of this Celestial race? I don't think there really is a good one. Like, obviously we saw that the Archangels can kind of beat anything in the air, but, like, they're kind of slow in melee, so I'm not sure that that's, like, a great thing to have as your anti-air. That doesn't quite make sense. Another little harassment from a dog, the standstill harass. The dogs are like those people that lay in the road because they don't want us to use oil. It's just completely annoying. You're like, this is stupid. Is this actually doing anything? Come on. You're just making me late to my expansion. Okay, so now we see this counterplay, and we saw this the previous time these two played as well, where he's setting up to creep with these buildings, and then the dog and the Lancer come in to try to harass that a bit. They take some damage here. Now as those attack, he pulled some creeps away previously. I don't know if that's going to occur again. Yeah, in comes the Lancer here once again, but good targeting. So gets a ton of damage on that Lancer. Damn, 1 health! Mixu's a beast. There he is. All right, another one coming down. Yeah, and we are going to have the Vectors once again. I do think the Vectors are fucking cool. You know, I think, like, any unit that has abilities that helps it to be more active, but, like, there's choices to be made with that, like... You know, you blink forward, and then you have to, like, take all that damage from blinking forward, then you, like, recall back. Yeah, see, increases movement speed of vectors by 30%, allows them to use recall ability after delta jumping, returning to that location. So, yeah, I really like unit designs like that. Like, you know, Blink Stalkers are, like, pretty well designed, I think. I think that's one of the more exciting units from StarCraft 2. You know, it can show a great micro potential. This functions, I think, a little bit differently. This feels more to me like a mixture of the Blink from Stalkers and the Adept shading in StarCraft 2. Feels almost like a mixture of those. The functionality might be closer to Blink, but it, yeah, I don't know. I get the feeling where it's like, I don't know. I'm sure that people have played a lot of StarCraft 2 or watched a lot can understand what I'm trying to say here. Having a hard time putting it exactly into words. But anyways, I think that that's like a really well-designed unit, and I am enjoying watching those, so I'm glad that he's going for those once again. And they have some nice micro potential as well. They have kind of a funny-looking slide to them. You can see as he's turning them how they kind of slide away. Nice and fast, too, so you actually get them around to engage really a lot. Ooh! Don't know how well this is working. Well, maybe really well, actually. Takes out the takes out the medtech and the exo very quickly. By the way, the exo skin nowadays, like, I understand they wanted to make it more beefy. It kind of reminds me of a Ghost a little bit now. A little bit. It's like a Ghost and Boba Fett put together. The Mandu Ghostian. All right, little speed boost there. Speed boost on both sides. They also kind of, with a squarish head, they kind of look like that robot from like that Tom Hanks post-apocalyptic movie. I forget what that thing was called. Anyways, the, all right, brings forward like 1 million vectors here. Okay, gonna pull them back. We're just healing up these vectors a little bit. I'll be honest, I'm not sure who's winning right now. This feels like a close game to me. Feels like he's done pretty well with the vectors, but like maybe Mixu is slightly ahead here. Mixu actually going for the throat, I guess. Oh, God. I love it. Okay, so he is mass building sentry posts. Dude, he's going to have a ton of flat cannons here. I feel bad right now for Aureil. How are his vectors going to deal with mass flat cannon? They're not going to be able to, I think. But hold on. Jumps in. Hold on. Wait, does he actually have enough here? Would it have been possibly better to target down the BOBS? I wonder about this, because, like, he almost did it. If he had targeted the BOBS before they finished these buildings, would that have been better? I honestly am not sure. That's annoying, though. All right, well, also trying to offensively sentry post the main base. He is able to jump up here to try to save it, but having a little bit of a hard time there. I love that he made the wall here as well. Oh my God. Is it? Well, I guess he's trying to get rid of the exo just to kind of prevent it from going in. But again, 2 BOBS there with not that much health, right? Oh God. The flat cannon is the same range as this? The saber and flat cannon have the same range. That's not good. When your siege unit does not outrange your opponent's defensive structure, it is not a siege unit. Sorry. Hot take. GG. And Mixu's kind of cheesy play it there. Wins out at the end. Okay. So that does it for the show matches for Stormgate. A big thank you to Aureil, Mixu, and Theory for playing. Big thanks, guys. Who won the most? I think Mixu won one more game than Theory, maybe, but it was pretty close. Anyways, yeah, that was fun. I enjoyed like taking a look at where the game's at right now. I think it has improved. Graphically, a lot of things look a bit better. I don't really care about the graphics that much, but like this is something that a lot of people have talked about. So I would say that the graphics do look a bit better. I can tell good graphics from bad graphics, but it's more about the gameplay for me. We did have some solo creeping phases, which were bad. We did have some games that were really, really action packed. The more action packed games you get, the better. I do feel like the map should be a little bit smaller. I do feel like unit speed should be a little bit quicker. It doesn't need to be a whole lot quicker, but a little bit quicker. I do feel like unit health should be lower. I saw lots of engagements where I felt like units were way out of position and should have died and just absolutely did not. Hornets feel really weird. Argents feel really weird. In general, I think I like the Infernal design pretty well. I'm thinking about their units and like it's all pretty reasonable. They all kind of are interesting. Brutes aren't super interesting, but the split thing kind of makes up for it a little bit. Like for me personally, I have played like a ton of the game. Like I haven't played recently though, to be fair, but I find the Vanguard units very fun to use. It's kind of like very reminiscent of Terran, so it kind of I've definitely had fun with those units. I still don't feel like the Vulcan doesn't excite me very much, but yeah, I don't know. Anyways, you guys can let me know what you think about that, but yeah, big thanks to Mapu for checking that all out and setting that all up for us, and yeah, check out Artosis casts too. That's my YouTube channel for these casts and other basically non-StarCraft 1 RTS games.